between scope, the scope statement and the requirement RTC or requirement documentation, right? So many questions. Sometimes it is confusing that whether a scope statement is a correct answer or requirement documentation.
Okay. First thing first, let's look at into that way. Requirement management plan talks about how you handle product. Requirement management plan talk about how you handle product. It talk about how you collect the requirements for the product, how you manage them, how you engage with them. Then all the requirements are put it into the requirement traceability matrix. Okay, requirement traceability matrix is a document from start, who requested the requirement, why they requested it, till end, how that requirement will be delivered, what will be the success criteria of that requirement, which strategic objective this requirement is meeting. That will be in the requirement traceability matrix. Requirement documentation has the classification of the requirement as stakeholder requirement, solution requirement, quality, things like that. So I can even say that not PMI has not said it, but I would say that requirement documentation is kind of a subset of a requirement traceability matrix. Okay, in a way, requirement documentation, because that information is also there, but we put aside just to classify the requirements into various types. Now, project scope statement. Project scope statement talk about the project, not about the product. Using scope management plan, you filter it out what is in the project and what is in the product. So what is in the project, that will be in the project scope statement. If something is not in the project scope statement, that will not be in the project. Okay, clear? This is an important thing. Difference. Is it clear, Justin?
Yeah, almost. So if but then the requirement is also will be a subset of scope statement.
Why?
Because the scope states what is covered in my project, right?
And requirement state what is in the cover of the product. So why the scope statement, why the requirement would be a subset of that? Scope statement can be a subset of that. Tell me this thing, is the project a big thing or a product is a big thing?
Okay, product is
okay, make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, Asim.
Okay.
Yes, Amer, I had a question about EAC and ETC in cost.
Estimate at
the estimate to complete
and
estimate at completion.
Estimate to complete.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So I just wanted to ask, what's the difference in both of them?
EAC is how much total money would be needed. For example, when we start the project, okay, let me give you an example of this thing. Let's say you are in Sweden, you plan to go to US, okay? So you made a budget, your budget is, let's say, $10,000. That is budget at completion, BAC. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that is for your entire 2 weeks trip. Make sense? So far you are with me? Okay.
Yes.
Now you are in US and you planned the $5,000 in the first week and the $5,000 in the second week. But in the first week, you have spent $6,000. Okay, we have spent $6,000. Now we know that we need to have a new budget. Okay, that budget cannot be used. The new budget that will be is called as estimate at completion, EAC. Clear?
Okay.
And EAC will be the combination of the money you have already spent, actual cost, the money that is already gone, that is gone, plus estimate to complete, ETC. How much more money you need? Maybe 5,000, 6,000 is spent, so 5,000 more, 6,000 plus 5,000 becomes 11,000, which will become your new budget. Make sense?
Okay, makes sense. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Anyone else? Any question they would like to ask? Okay. Important thing, I asked all of you to register on that simulator, my simulator, PMP the simulator that I shared with you. Okay. So please register that simulator, and my team will give you access in 24 hours. If you haven't registered it now, please do that thing. It's an important thing. And understand this thing. Use this simulator once you are done with 13 topics. Once you are done with the 13 topic, then use this simulator. Because this simulator is time box, you cannot stop it. Okay? You cannot stop the timer. I'm also adding some other questions in the simulator. I guess, the team has added more tough questions. You must be saying more tough. But these questions are the package of 10 questions, 15 questions, then 30 questions. So that when you go to 60 questions on the simulator or 180 question, you don't immediately get a punch that, hey, that I'm unable to manage the time. Secondly, many of you complain that we don't have, after 13 topic, we don't have time to do 60 questions or 180 questions. So the purpose of putting, if you can see, random mocks here, the purpose of putting random mocks here, 10 questions, okay? I put, I guess, 20 sets, 10 sets of 10 question, and then 10, 15, I guess it will be 20, I'm not sure 20 are done complete, but 15, 20, 20. So that whatever the time you may have, like let's say, just in see it is resonate with you and me. Let's say we are going on metro and we have 15 minutes. So maybe we'll turn it on and we'll start doing those questions on there. Make sense? Okay. So something like that in the time box. Okay. So just to get you into the flow, play with it. But let me put it this way, these questions will be amazing. You will be like getting 50%, especially in the first time, especially in the 15 question is a normal. Okay. Make sense to everybody? Yeah. Gee, anyone, any question you would like to ask before? Today we will do PMI ATP question, cloned exam questions. Anyone, any question that you would like to ask? Anything else? Okay. Let's start the question answers.